Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. Almost at the end of March. Wow. This is Morning Joey. I'm your host, Joey Molinaro. Big show today. Got my Kyle Chandler story recap. The Elite Eight was last night and tonight, but we don't do the Elite Eight here. We do the Elite Hate. Things you can't stand. Me and Ben been doing it for a couple of years now, going back to before I was with Barstool. So now, of course, we got to do it here, and we're going to have some fun with that. Drew Carter, Austin, good morning to you guys. Thanks for being with me. Of course, to the people watching on YouTube, subscribe below, link to subscribe below, link to the Cup of Joey merch. You can buy it there. One Last Ride, Juju Smith-Schuster, Big Ben t-shirt. You can buy it there as well. So I had to get that out of the way. Be sure to subscribe. We're here every morning on YouTube and on Twitter. Added the Twitter last week, and we're seeing the numbers go up and up and up. So that's awesome. And we're live on each one. All the videos relive on YouTube later on, different segments, everything like that. So really, really, really pumped about it. Good morning, everybody. Scotty Guru, I can't stand you. Okay, cool. Get out of here. Yeah. So yesterday, before we get into the Elite Hate, yesterday I'm sitting here before I do the show, and I always, my wife gives me a hard time. She says I'm 45, 50 years old because I get my coffee after I walk happy and I turn on the Today Show because, it's just a good, easygoing, fun show to wake up to. It feels like you have some company in there with you in the living room instead of just you and your dog. That's why I like them. Savannah, Hoda, Al Roker, they're a good group. They're a good group, right? And so I'm sitting here prepping for the show. And I look up, and they're like, Kyle Chandler joining us coming up in 15 minutes. Kyle Chandler from his ranch, from his farm ranch, to talk about his new movie. I look up, and I see the face of a man I see everywhere. Movies, TV shows, memes. And I just said, oh, damn, his name's Kyle Chandler? Had no idea. None. I know who he is. I know he's a famous actor. I know he played the FBI agent in Wolf of Wall Street. Great scene on the yacht there where he's throwing the money down. I know that he's the coach at Friday Night Lights. I get that. Okay? I know it's Coach Taylor. But I did not realize his name was Kyle Chandler. So I go get a screenshot of him. I throw it out there, and I just say, hey, I know this dude's famous. I know who I watch his stuff. I know he's an actor. Couldn't tell you his name. Seriously, if somebody was like, Joey, we're blowing up your apartment with your dog in it, you and your dog in it. We're blowing it up. If you can't tell us who this guy is, what his real name is, see ya. And so I put it out there. And of course, again, everybody's like, oh, that's Coach Taylor. That's Coach Taylor. That's Coach Taylor. That's Coach Taylor. But his first name's Coach. His last name's Taylor. Yeah, I know. But a famous actor I guess I just didn't think a famous actor like that would be named Kyle. You think you've got, you got Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Pacino, Brad Pitt, Idris Elba, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Adam Driver, Robert Redford, Matthew McConaughey. Those are movie star names, man. Kyle Chandler? It sounds like the guy that you went to high school with that, maybe works at a local CVS or something now. No disrespect to this guy. His face doesn't look like a Kyle. His face looks like, like a James or something. He's a movie star. He's like Coward says, he's got the face and he's got the jaw and he's got the hair and he's, Kyle. Yeah. So now he gets trending on entertainment and everything because I sent out this tweet and it struck a chord with people. I got Gaz saying, oh, well, Barstool's going to get hit piece for this and everything like that. And Feidelberg saying, I was excited to see what Kyle Chandler's doing. And it's just because of your tweet. I'm sorry. Just until last night, I had no idea his name was Kyle. Never would have thought it was. Every day, right? My job, I get up, I think about what's a funny video, what's something good that I can do to create content that'll make people laugh, that we'll pick up some traction, right? Let's try to go viral. And all that work I put into it, all for the most viral piece of content that I ever put out to be about a guy named Kyle. Not even Kyle Mooney, no less. I'm a huge Kyle Mooney guy. And it's Kyle Chandler, who people know more as Coach Taylor than they do as Kyle Chandler. Like, you think that an actor as successful as him, there's plenty of stories about famous Hollywood people that changed their name because it didn't sound Hollywood enough. Jennifer Aniston, Will Ferrell. Those are the top two off the top of my head. That's not their real names. It's a variation of their name, but it's not their real name. You would think that maybe Kyle Chandler would be a part of that. That's all it was. It's like I said, I see this guy and he's a movie star, and I'm just like, okay, his name is Kyle. This just wasn't adding up. And plus, I just feel like Kyle is not Kyle's not a middle-aged guy name. This dude, this Coach Taylor, he's, I don't know, 40s, 50s. You don't think of Kyle being that. You think of Kyle as just like that high schooler. Again, like I said, like the high schooler that always tried to bring the mohawk back into style, like the faux hawk. Not, guy on the Today Show with a ranch looking all grizzly, all your moms are obsessed with him. Anyways, so, and the funny part is too, Kyle Chandler doesn't even have Twitter. He doesn't even know what's going on. He don't know. He has no idea this is happening right now. That I watched him on the Today Show yesterday, and then I sent that out, and now everybody is, talking about how he's either Coach Taylor or you know what? He is a guy that I'm like, what's his name? I see him in everything. What's his name? He has no clue. I kind of envy that because I was about to tag him and be like, hey, sorry, man. I honestly thought it would get 120 likes. I that's just the weird thing is you just don't know. You don't know what's going to work. Speaking of Today's Show, I was watching it again today, and Catherine Schwarzenegger, or I guess Catherine Pratt now, was on there promoting her new book. She's married to Chris Pratt now, the Terminator's daughter. Was on there promoting her new book, and she's married to Chris Pratt now, and I'm just like, what a father-in-law, just completely the worst possible idea of a guy you go meet on the first date, right? In terms of her dad. Chris Pratt now, he's Chris Pratt, and he's Star-Lord, and he's famous, and he's a big-time actor, but just imagining Catherine bringing home a guy in high school or college, Dad, can you meet? Hey, Dad, this is Kyle.
Kyle, good to meet you. If you mess with my daughter, Kyle, I am the Terminator. I will break it. I put that cookie down, Kyle. The cookie is mine.
Jingle all the way. Classic Arnold role there. Haven't even seen the Terminators. All I know is Jingle all the way.
I'll be back.
Jingle all the way with him and Phil Hartman. Rest in peace. But
put that cookie down. The cookie is mine. Kyle.
You have Star-Lord versus the Terminator. So that's the open. Kyle Chandler, sorry. Arnold Schwarzenegger, that'd be a tough dad to go. Say hey to. Let's see. Oh, I got Johnson here. Well, What's poppin', Jason? Hey, guys, thanks for being here. Morning, Connor. He was good in that. He was good, Zach. He was really, really good in Wolf of Wall Street. He was really, really good in that. But Kyle Chandler, I know it now. I'm going to name my first kid that. I'm going to name my first kid Kyle Chandler. Last night we had the Elite Eight. Tonight we have the Elite Eight again. But we don't do the Elite Eight here. We do the Elite Hate, like I said. And for that, we got to bring in the one and the only, my good friend.
Oh, jeez. Give me a little warning next time. Just woke up. Dude, somebody in the comments said.
You had your coffee yet?
Say what?
You had your coffee yet?
You already know, bro.
First up already, right?
Shots on ice.
All right, so
on the rocks. Dude, somebody said Kyle Chandler's name should be Chandler Kyle.
See, that would make more sense. Like
No
he looks way more like a Chandler than he does a Kyle, and that's just a
Kyle. Like Kyles don't age past 18. You know what I mean? They all just die off. There's no Kyle older than 18.
You have to change your name, because you can't be a Kyle that's 47 years old and you're riding around and your Jeep drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, dude. He's got a monster in the cup holder for sure. If your name's Kyle, you own a piece of clothing that has a monster logo on it. And that Kyle Chandler does not, bro. He only owns like bright blue suits from Men's Warehouse.
He looks like like Kyle Ford. Kyle Ford says, didn't join the stream to listen to this. Sorry, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, dude. My bad, dude. But your last name's Ford, so everything's completely fine. It works out so well.
Everybody skips over the Kyle jokes and then just makes like the Ford, like the car jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Kyle Ford, 3471. This guy says your name is Joey. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is supposed to be a slam or what. But no, my name is Joey. Yeah, there's a lot of there's Jimmys and Johnnies and people like that. So I don't really know if that's supposed to be a slam. Do you think that's a slam that my name's Joey?
I hate it when people think like names that end in Y are supposed to stop when you're like 10 years old. Those are the best names ever. Like when people call me Benny, I'm like, oh, I wish.
It's it's an endearing thing,
Feels good. Feels like I'm at home when people call me Benny. I'm like, oh, am I my family Christmas?
When I'm Joey, it's like, oh, this is good. I like this. And then when somebody calls me Joe, I'm like, do I need to put a tie on?
Yeah, no shit. Did I pay my mortgage?
Do I need to pick the kids up from school?
Yeah, it's
all right. Well, your dad's name's Joe.
Say what?
Your dad's name's Joe.
Joe, yeah. Wow, I'm gonna start calling him Joey and see what he does. He'll probably take my phone away.
He'll ground you.
He will, dude. Yeah.
The Elite Hate, bro. Let's give him the origin a little bit here of the Elite Hate. You remember the first time we did it?
Did it last year, right? Was that the first time?
No, I think it was a couple of years ago, actually.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was like a reoccurring segment we always had on our show. It's just like things we hated, and we would just talk about it forever. And then the Elite Eight came around. We're like, well, we got to make a bracket. And I mean, it was the easiest segment we've ever done. Like we could do a whole like tournament of 64 if we really wanted, but Elite Hate just sounded so good, and we just ripped it.
That was a lot of people were tweeting back at me, and they were like, well, this had to be left off in the Sweet 16, right? Like different things that had to have made the list. And I'm like, probably. Like you said, I mean, honestly, they probably would, And like, we had a segment that was just literally called Shit I Don't Like.
We need to bring that back for one of these episodes. Shit I don't like. Cup of Joey version.
And it was just based off the Chief Keef song. That's the shit I don't like. And we would just play the instrumental under it the whole time, and we would talk about shit we don't like, and people would submit shit that's like really pissing them off. It's just like a giant vent session, essentially.
Yeah. And
you know,
a lot of them wouldn't even like go with the song. It'd be like when people open the door and you're not close enough to it. That's some shit I don't like. And you have to like run up to it. Yeah, that was fun. That needs to be a real thing. Real thing.
Right, so 2021 Elite Hate. I have it up right here. We kept a few of the OGs because we're bringing it back. So we kept a few of the OGs from the first one, but also we added a couple new ones too. Do you have any ideas for like region names?
Oh my God.
We should have thought about this last night, but I was like looking at it before the show started, and I said, goatees and guys in flip-flops, that could be kind of like guy who wants to be a dad region, Goatee.
Oh yeah. Like young dad region. That's for sure young dad.
Okay, we got young dad region, top golf videos and college baseball players. Maybe like new haircut region.
New haircut.
Hey, Johnson, those guys strike me a lot as they
Oh, baseball guys and top golf guys are a little. How far'd that go, huh? The moonshot or what?
All right, I like that. So we got young dad region, we got new haircut region. This aged well, and quote, this aged well, and movie quote guy. I'd say like
same exact guy,
but I'd say the region might be called like guy you don't want to sit next to at lunch.
Yeah, guy you always avoid.
Guy you always avoid region. And then open mouth chewers and CBS comedies. The CBS comedy was the last one that I threw in there. They've been really grinding my gears lately.
They kind of always have, though. I guess we'll get into it later, but open mouth chewers, CBS comedies. I feel like a lot of moms watch CBS comedies, but a lot of moms don't chew with their mouth open.
They get really shitty if you chew with your mouth open.
Yeah, that could be the mom region. Something in there.
Because they get shitty at it, but then they watch the CBS comedies, so that's like the mom region.
Mm-hmm. And every time they're watching the CBS comedies, they do a little bit of open mouth chew. They're like,
hey, they're eating ice cream.
Oh yeah, with the spin. Mm-hmm.
That Sheldon's so funny. I love Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Who the hell is watching that, dude?
Like, yeah, and what gets me about CBS comedies is like they're all the number one comedy on television.
Like, who's ranking that?
This season's number one comedy. All right, so where do you want to start? You want to start with Young Dad?
Yeah. Let's do Young Dad, sure.
We'll start Young Dad. You got goatees against guys in flip-flops. So, you're thinking it's a gender reveal party, it's a housewarming, it's a maybe like maybe on a Saturday, like a wine tasting or something like that. Like this is the area that you're in, and there's a goatee guy there, and there's definitely guys in flip-flops.
I think guys in flip-flops is going to be a little worse when you compare. Guys with goatees are terrifying because they're unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. They could be hotheads, or they could be like the smooth guy that's trying to cover up his entire personality with the goatee. But the guys in flip-flops, like, guys shouldn't be showing their feet to begin with. So
Never.
That's scary. And then the fact that they're drawing attention to their feet with the little every time they step is, I don't know. I think that's a little worse than goatees.
Now the question then becomes: is it like the flip flops? So we're talking like the thong ones, like the thing between the big toe, right?
Yeah, that's the worst kind. The Old Navy joints.
No, or they're like no. I'm talking like almost like the American Eagle ones, like
the thick straps on
the thick
top.
straps with like the tan,
Oh, yeah.
they're kind of tan.
Yeah, those are horrible, man.
But I mean, I think we all have a pair of like slides, right? And that's a little bit.
You own a pair of slides just for like around the house things that you just don't need shoes for.
If you need to run to the car, you got socks on, you just throw the slides on, good to go.
Bang bang, and you're out. Yeah, you gotta get the newspaper.
We're talking again, gender reveal party. He's probably holding like the latest seltzer, and he's got the thong ones on there from American Eagle. That like the thing between the big toe and his other toes are so thick that like this is how far the toes are apart.
Maybe there's a little bit of sock fuzz right there. His toes are spread out so far. He's giving you peace with his foot. Hey, dude, peace.
Oh, that's gonna be censored. Johnson, peace.
Blur that out. Jeez.
Oh my God.
No, but seriously, he might even slip his sandals off under the table.
Oh, for sure. Hey, and do the thing. And his toes are so spread apart already that like if he's sitting next to like one of the, you look down and his like legs of his chair, his toes are wrapped around the leg of his chair. He's doing it.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
There we go. Just like that.
That's what he's
Yeah,
doing.
honey, what's up?
That's what he's
just
doing, man.
He's on the phone a lot. Yeah, just hanging in there.
If you look under the table while he's on the phone and not talking to you, that's what he's doing.
That
Yeah,
guy's worse. Goatee guy. What's goatee guy wearing? Is he wearing a baseball jersey?
No, goatee guy is definitely wearing a like a Masters polo.
Oh shit! Yeah, is it a close to the face goatee? Like
Yeah.
I don't. I just feel like
Face goatee guys they're trying to be a little bit more hip. Scraggly goatee guys, they have a huge beer gut. They're big.
Yeah, it looks like they can just build something wherever they go.
Like they definitely have a deck that they put together, or a fireplace that they like did. They did evolution shots of it.
Oh yeah,
Progress. They did progress.
First stage. Yeah. And then they put it all at once. I do like looking at those though.
You're always like, man, that would be nice if I could.
Yeah,
do
a guy with a longer goatee can really work a saw. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Short goatee to the face. I'm a little scared. I'm honestly a little scared.
I think goatee guy beat Oakley guy in the Sweet 16. Would that be fair?
Goatee guy beat Oakley guy. They're all the same guy. If you got a goatee, you're usually wearing Oakleys and you're always chewing gum. That's another thing with the goatee.
We're like this too.
Goatee guy loves the way his mouth looks when he's chewing stuff, so he's always eating.
All right, I'm with you. I think guys in flip flops has to advance.
Yeah.
You got all that shit. That's got to advance. All right, let's go down to fresh new haircut region.
Okay. Hold on, let me see this real quick.
What do you think, man? Top golf videos and college baseball players. I think the college baseball player is always a very, the response you get. People who are like, yes, that is for sure. That's the funniest one. I relate to that. Or you get the people who are like, what the hell did college baseball players do?
I mean, those are the people that played college baseball. The second guy. What the bull? Dude, college baseball players are their own culture.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're their own thing. They're easily offended. They're mad. They're always mad. They don't really talk too much. Like, it's just like, what did I miss something? Like, are we not supposed to talk to you guys? Like, you ever roll up to the college baseball house on your campus for a party, you're like, hey, keep the car running. Because, dude, we have no idea what's about to happen. We've never been in here. It smells weird. They're always every second.
Yeah, they got the they they got the definite like ring of the dip cans on their beer pong table.
Dude, the table might even be made out of dip cans. You ever see one of those? Like they like some I don't know. They're fucking like their outfielder makes an entire dip can table and like refines it and puts that glass surface
over it. Yeah. Oh man, and that's the thing is like, and what always got me, at least where I went to school, is the college baseball players. You know, unless they were wearing their team licensed and issued gear, people didn't know who they were.
Oh yeah, they just look like a guy.
So they always had to wear like their huge like winter jacket and their hat from the that they wear during the game, and with like the glasses upside down on them, and you're like,
seriously, hey, the like 25 power balance band necklaces though. Like how much balance do you need?
Bigger than they're like any ice or chain that anybody would ever have. They're bigger than that. It's like weighing them down. It's so big.
14 of those braided necklaces on. Can you guys tell which sport I play?
Standing in line, and all they talk like standing in line for lunch or something at like the cafe, and they're just talking so loudly about having to move the tarp. You know. Fuck yeah, get up at 6 a.m.
That's like half of baseball is taking care of the field. I'm like, guys, can we get the maintenance crew out there? Why are the players doing this? Remulching the visitors' locker room. Like, what?
Well, that's why so many of them like move on to like a career in that. You know, like while they're playing college baseball, if they're not like a guy that's playing that much, they just have so much experience with like mowing lawns and raking shit and like pounding down the mound that they're like, well, I guess I can just like stay outside and dip all day and do this for a living.
Yeah, played shortstop for 18 years. Now I'm a pro landscaper.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Topgolf videos, though. I had a few people on Instagram that were like, what's wrong with Topgolf videos? Explain a little bit what's wrong with some Topgolf videos.
Well, you see like 17 every day. They're all the exact same thing. Either a guy's like whacking the shit out of it, which like a little entertaining here and there, or it's a girl that can't hit it at all. And it's like, no, look at me. They're all just kind of like, it's just one of those things. I guess every time you go to Topgolf, you got to take a video, even if you're not doing anything. But I don't know. They just get a little old. Honestly, the thing I wanted to see every time a Topgolf video came on my screen was like, when are they going to fall off? And I think somebody did. I saw one recently, a Topgolf video, and somebody just flew right off the top balcony, but landed on that net.
It's smart to have the netting there. But yeah, I mean, if we're still showing Topgolf videos in 2021, you better be falling.
Yeah, you better be peacing out right off the side. I don't know. They just get a little redundant, I guess. And it's just like, you got to do it. One of those you got to do it things. No,
I like what you said about like the can you tell they practice a lot? Also they're like swinging and missing.
And I think it's something about Topgolf too, where like the balls go farther. Did you hear about that? They're like not real golf balls.
They got a little bit of like extra juice in them.
Yeah, they're kind of soft, and you can just pound them. Like I think that's why. Like, have you seen the meme of like the Pac-12 teams beating all the?
Yeah.
Like I think the balls are softer and they can go farther. So honestly, it's not that it might be a little overplayed. Like those dudes really aren't hitting them that far, I guess. I don't know.
What are we leaning here? Top-golf or college baseball players? I think it got to be baseball players.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guy you can't stand region, annoying guy at work region. Quote, this aged well, or movie quote guy. A lot of response of, well, I'm movie quote guy. I've been movie quote guy. I'm offended at movie quote guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, there's a very fine line, and you have to be very, very aware of it when you're movie quote guy. You know, if the situation is calling for it and you drop one that's not overly obvious, I think that's the thing. The thing is, BP,
you gotta read the room.
the movie quote guy is always the dude that drops the most obvious line that everybody's heard and thinks it's hilarious, while also kind of fucking it up just enough to where it's not the right line.
Yeah. That's movie quote guy to a T. Always like a word's wrong, or it's like it's not the like the punch in the line is like he softens it because he doesn't have the right word. But you still know what he's talking about, and you're like, yeah. What the fuck?
Right. Like, you know, if something's going on with golf, you know, of course they got to do like something with Happy Gilmore. So they're like, you know, green jacket, gold jacket, I don't give a rip. And you're like,
that's not it. But yeah.
The order is flipped, and it's just not it, dude. But like, we know what we're talking about. Okay, we'll kind of fake laugh with you. Cool.
Yeah, but it's got to be like, and then there's movie quote guy that gets too specific and like corners you to talk about it, and you're like, is this it? Like, is this like and if you haven't seen the movie, it gets 1,000 times worse, you know?
Yeah. Right.
So that's when movie quote guy can really be annoying, when you haven't seen the movie and you kind of just got to go along with it. Like, yeah, you get trapped into that conversation.
They explain the whole scene, the whole scenario, and you're just like, oh, yeah, no.
In your head, you're like, how am I going to get out of this one? Fuck.
Yeah. And they're so passionate about it, you know? Like, they're so into it that you don't want to feel like a dick by just like kind of, hey man, honestly, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You can see the visible dismay on their face, dude. Like, they're so bummed.
Yeah. You might even actually have to be like, you know, actually, maybe I have seen that one. Like, you gotta kind of throw that one in there so they don't feel as bad. You know, maybe I have seen that. Actually, maybe, yeah.
Because of the way you described it, I think so. Yeah. Now get the hell away from me. Don't talk to me again.
You gotta run away from movie quote guy, or he'll recite the whole thing to you, dude. You gotta book it. Peace, guy. I gotta go. I got a phone call.
2 hours later, the whole Shawshank Redemption's just been fucking laid out for you. Quote, this aged well. There's every single thing, dude. Every single thing. There's always the dude who's quote tweeting it or replying to that online.
I just don't understand like what they get from that, you know? Hey, honey. Hey, Hunty. Look what I said. You know? This aged. There's just nothing. It's just kind of. I mean, nothing ages well, honestly, on the internet.
There needs to, honestly, we could have done a whole bracket on just like those sayings of what people say online.
Yeah, what else is grouped in there? You know what I mean? Like with this age well,
this didn't age well. This ain't it.
This ain't it.
Dude, always the same guy. Always, hey, the gif of those dudes who like that one guy's like this. He goes, hey, like zooms in on him and he goes, and he like shakes his head. All the same dude.
That's kind of man cave guy, you know? Twitter man cave. They're all down in their cold basement with all the lights off, watching Shawshank Redemption, and all just tweeting the same type of comments like that. The AC's on like 60. AC's on 55.
Because they run hot.
I run hot. Hunty, I run hot.
Hunty, don't come down here. I'm commenting this ain't it. And I run hot.
It's so cold down here. It's okay. I got my liquor coat on. Liquor coats, dude. Guys don't need coats in the winter. Don't buy a coat. Just buy them a bottle of Jack.
Goatee guys don't need an actual coat. They got a liquor coat.
Liquor coat.
I'm gonna go movie quote guy. Moving on there, this age, that I hate that saying, but I don't think it holds up with movie quote guy. I don't.
Nah, movie quote guys, he might run away with this one.
Oh, dude, this next one, the mom bracket down here, people are passionate about open mouth chewers. Like, it is a problem. People were hitting me up big time. Oh, open mouth chewer all day. Open mouth chewer's got to run away with this one. Open mouth chewer in a landslide. I'm like, yeah, people who chew with their mouth open, not the best, but I mean, have you seen some of these CBS comedies that they're putting out there?
Yeah, they're all the same. Open mouth chewer is like it's like the first thing you're taught when you're a kid, though. It's like the first like manners. Close your mouth. I mean, it's kind of rare to see these days. Like, can you think like what's the last open mouth chew you've seen that's just like, damn, he's really chewing like that, and he's gonna keep doing it.
Right, like an adult, like that is.
I'm trying to think like when you're eating with your friends at a restaurant, kind of maybe had a few drinks, and somebody like goes back to their fourth grade ways and is like,
just smacking. Yeah, I never got the attraction of that for people who do chew with their mouth open like that. I'm like,
does it make it taste better? Right?
Is it like a Remy? He's out.
Wow. What if she came into my screen? I
wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, what?
Right there. So Remy's like, yeah, fuck it. I can do whatever I want. But that'll end shortly. Yeah, but I never it doesn't make the food taste better. Is it just like that much easier to just chow down on some grub when it's just?
I don't know. It seems uncomfortable, but there always is a gum guy like that. You know what I mean?
You're not supposed to chew gum with your mouth closed, right?
You're not?
Right? I mean, right?
I mean, I haven't chewed gum in a while, but there's chewing gum with your mouth kind of open, and then there's chewing gum so you're letting everybody know you're chewing gum, Right.
Yeah.
I know.
Sure.
So I had this idea, and he's always got to go to on. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I got my boat out. You know how that goes. Got to uncover it. Got to wash it. Like, that's open. That's an open mouth chew guy for sure. And you're like, I hate this guy.
Yeah, it's different with gum than with food for sure. Because the food, you're like, it's all mushed up and looks gross, and like it's kind of falling out. And it's like it's a little bit on your, on your chin, shit like that. And you're like, okay, what's going on? I mean, if you go to, but then again, like even in like 4th and 5th grade, when you're at school lunch, and somebody's doing that, kid, figure it out.
Honestly, we had snack time one time in 4th grade, and this girl next to me, her name is Martina. She had Pringles for a snack, and I was like, damn, that's a pretty good snack. Usually snack time in 4th grade, I would get like I don't know, some like an apple sliced up, something, a banana, something like a granola bar, Nature Valley bar. She had
granola bars though. That was a pretty big day.
If you had a chewy bar, like especially the peanut butter chocolate one, like, bro, that's a low key Reese's fast break in your hand.
Give it to me for Halloween.
Yeah.
Pillowcase on Halloween.
Yeah. When you had a Reese's fast break on Halloween, like you weren't eating that you're saving that till down the road. You know what I mean?
You were trying to break it for snack time.
Like mid-November, you're like, all right, I guess I'll take care of this. No, but she had Pringles, and I was like, damn, Pringles? Like, that's a crazy snack. It's like Tuesday. Will you chill? But she was
at like 9:45 in the morning,
9:45 on a Tuesday, cheddar Pringles. But she was sliding them in, and she was crunching them, and she's like, and the Pringle crunch is like very subtle. It's not like a big, loud smash.
Yeah.
It was really like, and dude, it made me want Pringles so bad that I'll never forget it. And that was honestly not a bad open mouth chew. Probably the best ever. Like, and I think even every time I eat chips now, I kind of
you want a little bit of that crunch.
Like I'm showing off. Like, yeah, I'm eating chips.
That's how it was for me with like Big Daddy. I'm gonna be movie guy here. But when he showed hey, when he has the Fritos during the Rangers game and he like slowly like.
Oh yeah, it does sound really good. It does sound.
And he's even doing with his mouth closed. I'm like, damn. Every time I eat Fritos now, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, real slow. You only eat Fritos slow now.
Yeah, and then like 6 of them at a time, and then that's it.
If you eat more than 6 Fritos, hey, time for jail.
Yeah, CBS comedies, dude. I think it's just like the promos that get me, and it's always like a bad time. It's like you're watching college basketball or you're watching the NFL and some promo for a CBS comedy comes on and like it's during the middle of like a stressful time in the game or something. And you're like, what is this shit?
Yeah,
like, I'm never going to watch that. It looks horrible. Who's making this? How are we going to get this fourth quarter started the right way?
No shit. Steelers are down 10, and I'm watching promos about everybody loves Raymond. Like, we've got more important things to talk about right now.
Right. Or, like, even the live reads, when, like, Jim Nance is –
the graphic below.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like threatening inside the red zone.
Two friends find each other in a peculiar situation. How they get out of it coming up Tuesday on all new guys in goatees. On an all new guys with goatees on CBS. And you're like, dude, is Cordell Stewart going to fuck it up or are we going to be all right?
Hey, what's the best one, though? CBS comedies.
60 Minutes.
Dude, that little second hand stops in the same place every time. I know you've noticed that, right?
Oh, really?
It does every single time. I'm always like, is it gonna? It's like one of those things for me, like where the screensaver gets to the corner or whatever. Yeah. That's what I do on 60 Minutes, like commercials. Every time I see one, I'm like, oh god, is it gonna? Every time.
Yeah, really, just everything on CBS besides the NFL like 425 game and March Madness. It's all bad. It's all because even if it's not one of those. Yeah, even if it's not a promo for guys with goatees or whatever, like it's a promo for 60 Minutes. I like did that sketch on it where it's just you're trying to have a good Sunday, your team's winning in this instance, and all of a sudden Jim Nance is like, "Do we have time left on this earth?" Find out why it may be closing in sooner than you think. 60 Minutes live, except for on the West Coast after the game, and you're like, "Well, now I'm enjoying this fucking my quarterback in fantasy is putting up points. I'm having a good Sunday, and now I'm worried about how I'm going to die."
Yeah, it's a big throw off. Yeah, but those are very annoying and very forced. But
probably open mouth chewers here, right? I mean, just because I think the public.
Yeah, it's open mouth chewers.
The public vote. So Final Four, we got movie quote guy against open mouth chewers, guys in flip flops against college baseball players.
This is tough. This is tough.
Let's go guys in flip-flops against college baseball players. I mean, the argument could be made that the two are one and the same. Because college baseball players are going to a country concert and they're wearing Abercrombie flip-flops, and that's definitely a thing that's happening. But I still think you gotta. It's got to be guys in flip flops. You gotta tip the cap there.
Really, I was leaning the other way.
Really,
college baseball players, they're just so powerful. They're overbearing. Good eye.
Yeah, I see where the intimidation could come from. And it's like I would compare them to. What you go through like with stand-up comics or like open mic nights. I feel like college baseball players are like the other comics at open mic nights that are just so judgy and like, fuck you,
Just won't even laugh. Yeah, they won't like acknowledge like if another player on a team is any good. He's okay. Back in travel ball, we kicked their team's ass like 4 times.
Yeah, people talk about his fastball, but like honestly, velocity is not that great. Like you should be fine. Like I don't have a problem hitting him.
Like he's getting drafted, dude. You're just You're about to work at a freight company. Like he's getting drafted. Not that good. I don't know. But you're like that is very specific. College baseball players, guys in flip flops is like all even kids in flip flops. I'm like, shut the hell up! Like a kid running with flip flops on, like at a garage sale or something. It sounds like a duck.
Always falling off. Like always has one of them that falls off, and has to go back for him. Yeah.
Well, the cutoff for flip flops, I'd probably say is what age like 14.
Again, unless there's slides.
Oh, right.
So you with me? You feeling guys in flip flops?
Yeah, it's tough, dude. It might be like guys in flip flops might have won by like a last second like fluky shot, but they're moving on.
They're moving on. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. College baseball, but
right. I think so too. All right, now we got movie quote guy, open mouth chewers. Both of these things are going to be happening while you're at the lunch table, while or while you're in the break room, or both these things will be happening simultaneously. So then the question becomes, what is the worst one? What's the one that you can't stand the most out of those?
Open mouth chewers is pretty unbearable when you come across one, It's kind of like, I can't believe this is happening. Movie quote guy, there's always that's like every guy that works in an office. So it's not as like big of a deal because you run into it so much. But when you get an open mouth chewer, it's like, holy shit. I don't even know if I'm hungry anymore.
I will say though, I see what you're saying, but movie quote guy is harder to escape than open mouth chewers, in my opinion.
They got you cornered. Yeah.
You just don't, whenever they're taking a bite or whatever, you don't look like that takes away from it a little bit. But movie quote guy, even if you're not looking or whatever, they're still going.
They got you in a chokehold, movie quote
Literally.
guy. They got you up against the lockers in high school with your feet dangling. You're not getting away from them, dude. They literally are bullies. They are. Movie quote guy is a bully. Like you go home and tell your mom about movie quote guy. He did it again. What'd he do, honey? He keeps talking about Billy Madison. Like I haven't seen it. You won't let me see it. Movie quote guy.
Yeah, it's always Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore or Superbad. Always.
Step Brothers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a while there, when we were young, it was The Hangover. And like, I can't imagine what that would be like if The Hangover came out in today's day and age.
I remember getting on Facebook, and people would just quote The Hangover like time after time, and Superbad. Honestly, it was those two movies. Like people just nonstop quote that, and it was like
on their statuses. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
To think back in the day, like your status, like we looked at as our statuses as kind of like tweets before
pretty
Twitter.
much.
You're trying to get the heat with likes and everything on that.
Yeah, dude. Those would rack up some likes because fellow movie quote status guys would be like, "Oh yeah, oh." I guess movie quote guy's worse. It is.
All right, I'm with you. So we got movie quote guy against guy in flip flops for the final of the 2021 Elite Hate bracket. Things you can't stand.
Elite Hate.
Movie quote guy, guys in flip flops. You can look away from flip flops. You can look away from the flip flops, but
you can also hear it coming.
also hear it coming, and at the same time, the guys in flip flops, their overall persona, I think, might be greater than the movie quote guy.
Yeah, you got to deal with. So we're talking about the actual person now. The person that's wearing flip flops. Yeah, is annoying the whole night. Movie quote guy might tone it down a little bit after you get on him about it.
Or if you just like stop responding, like if it's clear that you just like give the fakest of fake laughs and you kind of don't even really look at them or acknowledge them. And then it's kind of like, even then movie quote guy kind of does one of these, like looks at you, he's like, and then they're done.
when you defeat movie quote guy, he can't be defeated, but like you can get him down. You can put him down for like 2 hours, but he's coming back hard.
Movie quote guy is like in like Mario Party on the like 64 when you have to go face the big who's the fucking why can't I think
final boss?
Big Bowser. Like on his home turf. It's him and he's giant.
Movie quote guy.
You have to really put in a lot of effort. Like you have to hit that A or that B button or whatever super, super hard and super fast. But eventually, once you do, it's very satisfying to get.
Yeah, your hands are cranking up.
I'm losing you, Johnson.
You might have to call one of your friends to like get over there and like help you out to try to beat them, so you can have
you press this, yeah.
Two going at it on one controller.
You press up and I'll press B, and then you're fucking going.
Yeah.
Same kind of effort has to go into movie quote guy.
Yeah, you usually gotta get a friend to extinguish that fire.
But then, like you said, we talked like guys in flip flops. Been they're always the guy that like will sit down on the couch, and then there's a coffee table there, and they decide it's okay to like put their flip flops on the coffee table to rest their feet. Like everybody else in this place has shoes and socks on, and they have the wherewithal to not do that. And you're in flip flops and you're just resting your feet up on the coffee table for everybody to see. Hey, we're also like kind of that I just got off the grill is sitting right here.
They're kind of cracking their toes a little bit too, kind of playing with them with their hands. It's one of those things where like when your socks are off, it doesn't matter where you are, you just kind of feel like you're at home, So they just get like way too comfortable in that situation, and they're like starting to crack their toes and kind of start to like rub them on like the side of the coffee table and stuff. And like they might even be doing one of these.
I don't even want to know. You're frozen. What do you? Get him off! Get him off, man!
Hey, there's like cotton. There's cotton dropping from them.
Dude, this is so fucked up, man. That's it. Dude. Guys in flip flops for sure. Oh,
national champ.
They might be undefeated, dude. They may like have to move them out of like in a high school ball. They may have to like move them out of the conference. They like win.
They're an academy.
They're going up to like 7A when there's really only 6A because they're undefeated, man. We got to get them out.
Dude, yeah, they won. They won because Sandals guy or flip-flop guy always ends up sliding them off. Feet are always a little sweaty too. Yeah. It's the winner.
God damn.
March Madness.
March Madness 2021 Elite Hate. Things you can't stand. All right, brother. Brother, goatee guy now. We got some stuff coming up, right? You come over and we're gonna work on a little something, right?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll see you soon.
All right, cool.
Hit me up.
I can Venmo you for coffee, or you just know my order.
What's your order? Because sometimes it changes, and I'm like, is he getting that or not?
Yeah, you're right.
Are you going chai tea? Or are you going no classic?
That's a good question. Let's go no classic, actually.
No classic this time? All right.
Ryan
need anything?
No, she's at work.
She's at work?
Yeah. So just me and Happy and Remy here. But
Happy need a pup cup?
Nah. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, he hadn't been that good. He was being kind of
what happened?
He was being kind of a shit last night, bro. He's fucking like keeping me up all night and stuff. Like, every hour he was whining and wanting to be out of his crate. He it's forced us to not have him sleep in his crate in our room. So now he just does whatever he wants. So we totally lost all control.
Dude, the laptop charger was a big deal for me. I was like, wow, he did that.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, and he broke my fucking computer too. He broke the screen. So I had to go like a week without my computer, week and a half without my computer. But he's a puppy.
He broke the screen?
Yeah, man. He sunk his little puppy teeth into the corner and it just completely
Dude.
Yeah. No, it's that's
not happy.
That's part of the puppy, dude. It is. All right. Hey, man. Good shit.
Right.
Follow him at Benedict Polizzi on everything. You know the deal. Johnson, this guy. Yeah. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Peace. Thanks.
See you, buddy. Yeah. What's up, guys? Anyways, so that's the 2021 Elite Hate Bracket. Things you can't stand. You had the final four of Movie Quote Guy, Open Mouth Chewers, Guys in Flip Flops, and College Baseball Players. Movie Quote Guy, Guys in Flip Flops in the finals, and then of course, as we saw from Ben, and just the worst way possible, Guys in Flip Flops takes the cake. They take the title for the 2021 Elite Hate. You can fill out your bracket. I'd love to see what you got and send it over to me. A lot of fun. Yeah. So I was going to talk about, somebody tweeted at me 5 people that you'd want, or musicians that are dead that you want to see live. We don't have time for that. And Ben gave us so much foot talk that I think everybody just needs a little bit of a break. So, hey, thanks for waking up with me. Subscribe below to the YouTube channel. These videos will be back up on there. The link to the merchandise for Cup of Joey stuff, Juju Last Ride, all is below in the bio as well for the people who are on YouTube. Every morning, live, 9 to 10 a.m. on Twitter, on YouTube, youtube.com/C/Cup of Joey. I'll see you all there. Thanks for waking up with me again. I got a few really, really good guests I'm looking forward to in the next couple of days. So we'll do that and talk to you tomorrow live at 9.